Chris here with Barnyard Outdoors. I'm out at another one of the local parks for lunch, and I got something I'm going to be talking about here. This is a SetPower fridge that is kind of purpose built, and there's a lot of features I really like about it, but there's a couple things that, it might not be for you. It all depends on your situation and what you need a portable fridge to do. So I'd like to thank SetPower for sending this to me for me to give it a quick review. This is the AB16, and let's talk about the specs really quick. This is a little bit different design because it is taller. This is more of a car fridge if you want to put this in between your seats in the front, or put it in the back seat, or put it in the back of your vehicle where space is limited. You can see the size here. The actual exterior size, it is 22.2 inches by 9.2 by 14.2. It has two locations inside. It is a single zone fridge, so it's either fridge or a freezer. It's got a cooling range from 0 degrees to 50 degrees, and it can be run off 12 volt or AC, and it does include both of those power connectors. Right now I'm just running 12 volt off my EcoFlow River 3, giving that some testing while I'm out. But as you can see, it's an interesting design because it is smaller, and because of this shape, it's not as large as some of the other fridges that I've looked at. This is a 16 quart or 15 liter, and let's take a look inside. Let me take out the stuff I've got in there right now. But if you look inside, there are two compartments. You can ignore this stuff for now. And inside here, I have, of course, my lunch. I've got a bottle of water. And then in this smaller section, I've got a couple soda cans. When you look at these compartments, you can see there's some little indents inside there that allow these to fit down far enough to where you can actually close it. There's also a light, which is a great added feature to have with a cooler like this. And then inside there is another detent down there if you have something taller that you're going to put in there. But there is plenty of room inside here. Get my lunch out of the way. You can see a water bottle fits perfectly, and then if you're putting soda cans in, you can actually stack those too high without any issue, and it will close down just fine. But it's nice having this extra little compartment up front if you just want to have a couple sodas that you can easily reach into and grab, especially if you have this close to you when you're driving, and we'll talk about that in a bit as well. So I have this plugged into my EcoFlow, and I'm going to take a screenshot of this so you can kind of see. They say the wattage is rated from 30 to 40 watts, and right now I'm actually drawing between 46 and 47 watts out of my EcoFlow. I do have this set with the low battery protection on, and EcoFlow 3, I'm just testing it out, so I don't know all the ins and outs of it and what its output is, but the fridge is running fine on that right now. As I said, it does have the 3 levels of battery protection, which is very important for something like this. Since I've mentioned this is more purpose built for living in your vehicle and running off the vehicle, you want to set that power to where you have some battery protection and you don't drain your car battery because of the draw on this. There is no max or eco mode on this, so there is no way to reduce the amount of power that this compressor is taking up from your battery pack or from your vehicle. They do mention that the compressor has a 3-year warranty on it, which is very impressive. They do not mention the name of that compressor, so I'm not sure who makes that compressor for them. It's also rated around 42 decibels for noise level, so something to keep in mind. It is actually really quiet. I've got it running here and I can just barely hear that it's running. So according to the documentation, they do say this will reduce the temperature from 50 degrees inside the box down to 32 degrees, and it will do that in 11 minutes. I have been impressed with this. This is a cooler I've had in the back of my car for a few days now, and I like the fact that it not only saves a bunch of space in the vehicle, but it allows me to always have a refrigerator or a freezer with me if I'm running to the store and I'm picking up a few items. It's also great for road trips if I want to keep some water bottles cold, or if I want to have some soda with me, or snacks, or like today, I just threw a lunch in there and drove out to the park. So let's talk about some of the accessories that actually come with this. As I mentioned, it comes with both a AC and a DC power plug, and the DC power plug is probably about 6 feet long. Plenty of room to reach any outlet that you might have in your vehicle or wherever you're storing this, to wherever your power system is. It also comes with a shoulder strap, and this is an interesting thing. I had some questions about this. I watched some other videos on it, and people had some questions about this. So if you look at this fridge, you can see it's got these connection points here, which you would assume is for the strap, and it is. There are really no handles on this, but there are little indents here on the bottom. Let's see if I can get that. And those are on the front and the back, so you can pick it up with that, but those really aren't very good handles, which is why they include this strap. Now the problem with this strap is it's got these clips on it, and there's no way these clips will actually fit on there. And then along with the strap, they also give you this little shoulder pad, which, once again, there's no way to get this on with these clips on there. So I reached out to SetPower and asked them, how do I use this strap? Because I've seen some other people talk about that, and then what are the clips for? And what they told me is the strap is designed to go through just with the webbing. And then the clips are on there if you want to clip something to the outside of the cooler, which I guess makes sense. I think that's a pretty good idea, because there's no easy handles on this. If I'm going to be using this where I'm taking out camping and carrying it out, I'm going to want to put the straps on. It's easy to do that. You just pull that off. I'm going to pull the clip off for now because I do not need the clip. And can put the shoulder strap on. You just need to push the webbing through there, just like that. And then I need to put the clip back on. So you can just run the strap through like that, and then go ahead and secure it. Just like that. And if I wanted to, I could put the clip back on, so I've got a clip hanging on here to where I can hook stuff up to it. I'll go ahead and do that on the back. And I'll just go ahead and put both clips on the back so I don't lose them. And just like that, I have the strap connected. And that makes it really easy just to pick up and to carry and to throw over your shoulder. One other thing it comes with is this. And this is a stabilizer bar, and this actually is a great thing to include. Because this is so tall, it has a tendency to tip over if you don't have anything propped up against it. And of course, you want to make sure there's some room for these vents to breathe. So what I found is in my vehicle, and I'll put a picture up on the screen over here of how I've been transporting it in the back. So this just slides underneath the back of the fridge. I'll see if I can get a good angle of what that looks like. Right here is this slide. And then you simply take this and slide it in, and you see there's these little lock points, and when you slide it in, it will stop in those locations, and you can easily just move it through to the next one and kind of push that through. But this gives you some extra stability when you're in the vehicle. And what I found is I push it off to the side just like that, and this prevents it from falling over. It gives you that extra stability and stabilizes the unit. One other thing to note on this, it does have all the controls up on the top. There is a release button here, but it is not spring loaded. So when you push the button, you still have to reach in and grab it to put it up. And the controls are really easy to read, even here in the bright sun. You can see right now it's 28 degrees. It's actually cooling down. If you want to adjust that, it does have an automatic lock. If you push and hold the lock button, there's a little animation that will show you that it's unlocking. Now it's unlocked. And here I can adjust the temperature without any issue. I'm going to set that to 33. So what's my opinion of the SetPower AB16? I like it. Like I said, I think it's purpose built because of its shape. It works great inside the vehicle. I like the fact that it has that stabilizer bar, so I don't have to worry about it tipping over in the back. And I love the fact that it doesn't take up as much room. I also like that this will fit behind my passenger side seat, and I will throw a picture up of that because I can easily reach it while I'm going down the road. If I need to grab something to drink, it's just always there and it's convenient. This is not big enough for me to actually use on a multi-day camp out, but it is perfect to have in the car, or if I were overlanding where I had more of a power station with me, this would be a good, simple, small fridge slash freezer that would work great, especially if space is a concern. That's the big advantage with this, is the design and the size of it. It's designed to fit into those tight spaces. So if you're out there car camping, or you're camping, or just going out for a day like this today and you don't need a large car fridge, this is something that'll work perfect for you. If you have any questions about this, leave it in the comments below. Remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I've got some more adventures coming up where I'm going to be using a lot of my gear, so that's always good to see that stuff out in the wild, and you'll definitely be seeing more of this. Actually, my next stop is off to the grocery store where I need to pick up some things, run a few errands, and this is going to keep everything from spoiling while it's sitting in the back of the hot car. Thanks everybody for watching.